Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be reviewing the Dico VR headset, so let's get right into it. Before we get started, here's what the box looks like. It looks the same on both sides, but on the top, if you take a look here, it comes in a bunch of different variations, and here we have the really nice sky blue color. So obviously, right off the bat, this thing looks really nice and stylish. But functionality-wise, we'll get there. We'll talk about that in just a bit. So take a look at the front here. It has the usual clip-on door, holes on both sides for the I/O ports, as well as two camera windows on each side. And again, it opens up like so with the clip design. We got a sponge here and two adjustable feet right down there. And now already we are encountering an issue, and that would be, you guessed it, the headphones. As you guys can see, the headphones pop up like so, and what is this? It does not go further. And we have seen this issue happen with the BoboVR Z4. Where the headphone jack was too small and it was only made for one side. Now that is okay if you have a phone with the headphone jack on the top, such as this Xiaomi Mi 5 phone here, which does have the headphone jack on the top, but there is a problem with Google Cardboard. You cannot just simply auto-rotate the app. The API does not support any auto-rotate, so if you have a phone like this LG G4 which has the headphone jack on the bottom, guess what? You cannot use the headphone jack. So right off the bat, the headset cuts off half of its potential customers for using this headset, because the headphone jack is right there. Take a look at the bottom here. We have both IPD and focus adjustments, which is nice, but unfortunately the IPD here is not that good. I was not able to get a proper IPD adjustment on this headset. It was kind of off. I usually have mine somewhere near the edge, and these ones did not provide it. But let's go back to the strap here. Now the strap here has the 50-50 design, which is nice, but it is very different on this headset. It is stretchable on this one side, and then it has the Velcro on the other. The material here is actually really good, but the comfort level with the strap and the headphones, they are not comfortable. Now here's where this thing kind of has its own variation for the headphones. On the BoboVR Z4, the strap actually goes all the way around on top and lay on top of the headphones like so. So this strap would go all the way around and mount in here. But on this one, they have attached it to the headphones themselves, which is supposedly better because you have more force being applied to your ears, and it should be more comfortable with the headphones on than having a strap just strapped to your head. But unfortunately, that is not the case. The headphone speakers are decent, but the comfort level is not. They actually rub against your ear, and it is very uncomfortable, especially when you put your phone in, which is the whole purpose, right? So personally, after fiddling around with it for 5 minutes, my ears turned red and I just gave up, and my ears just started scratching because of how annoying it was here. Now, one interesting thing here is the way you adjust these earphones is by pressing on this button here and pulling apart, and then you can lock into place like so. But if you push it back like so, it will lock, but you can't pull it back unless you press the button, which is weird. They should have had it just locked into one place without the ability to go back and forth. Now, of course, the strap is removable, like always. Alright, so let's take the strap out of the way so we can take a deeper look here. Now, if you take a look at the right side of the ear cup, we have a volume controller, and it's the type where it will stay as the same volume, unlike the other headsets where it has just a rocker that goes back and forth. Here, it is actually an analog volume controller, so it is actually much better than other headsets when it comes to this point. Next, here we have the pause, play, and answer phone calls. Yes, this thing does have a built-in microphone, but I mean, who's going to answer phone calls with a headset like this? But next, we have here the facepad. Now, the facepad here does look like the ShineCon 2 facepad, and on this one, it is removable. It is Velcroed on, so that is nice. It is the type of cushiony leather that you see usually on most headsets, but nothing special. Next up, we have the nose room here, and the nose room here is actually pretty decent. It's not too bad, but one thing is, if it was just a tiny bit deeper in here, it would have been nice, because once you mount this headset with your phone on, this area will kind of sink in because of the strap design and whatnot. And if you try to focus the lens, guess what? The lens will pop out in the front, and your nose can actually sometimes touch this area, and that is not comfortable. So the nose room here, although it's big, it's a big miss. Which brings us to the lenses. Now the lenses here are pretty okay. The clarity is good. They are sharp. These are 35mm lenses and have an FOV of 102 degrees, and they're pretty okay. And they do work very well with a 5.1-inch phone such as the Mi 5 right here. But again, the problem with these things is the IPD. Some people will not be able to get a proper IPD adjustment, thus having an overlapping image. And the focus adjustments here, they are quite sad, since again, they get in the way when you mount the headset. So this headset does support glasses, there is plenty of room, but unfortunately when having the strap on, it is a huge hassle to put on your glasses. And being 35mm lenses, you would expect to have some kind of distortion around the edges, and to my surprise, the edge distortion here was actually very well controlled by these lenses. There was minimal chromatic aberration, but there was just a bit of tiny blurriness, which is okay. But overall, the whole experience when mounting this headset was horrible. So yeah guys, although this headset did look nice, it had failed to deliver a good experience, or even a somewhat tolerable experience to say the least. And one more thing, it does come with a microfiber cloth in the package, along with a manual that does not have a QR code. But yeah guys, that is actually pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care everyone.